Hey there everybody, this is Luke. I am back with my update. Probably gonna make a short one. It is almost 6 a.m. and I have not gone home yet today. So yeah, we'll try to keep it short. Long story short, we have a block in my hands, and it is a copper block, and it is the Pika block. So I am happy to say that I just ran off the first 4 parts. I'm going to put them in a tumbler to make sure that the finish is what I would expect for the finished product, just to make sure there isn't any other shenanigans that I have to go through. I'll probably make a longer update with like the finished parts as they come in or whatever, right? So that's good news. I haven't updated you guys in a while. I do apologize for that. Long story short, I am human. Between 3D Printopia and just running my normal business, I've basically, to get some things done, I've had to neglect running my business. And so when those things get neglected, then I have to come back and make sure that those things stay on track. One of those things that is back on track is that we will be at Formnext this year. Yes. So my wife and I, we are partnered, and we are going to be with Tyson Build Plates. I'll have the information for where the heck we are down below in the comments. I don't remember what, but we'll be there. Long story short, we'll be there. My wonderful wife is preparing our booth right now, lickety split real fast before we get there. So you will actually be able to see the parts that we have done. Part status. So I'm behind is really what it comes down to. I won't sugarcoat it. I won't, like, you know, that you guys don't deserve to be, you know. When I gave my last update, I was genuine about it, but I've had too much external inputs in order to get the amount of work that I need to get done for this project done, because I am the only person who runs this machine. I am the only person who does a large portion of what you know, otherwise makes up my business is. We've had a lot of cool opportunities come our way, but things are just not working. No, I'm not good enough. I can only work so many hours a day, however many that may or may not be. So here's the thing. These blocks will be finished by Friday of this week. So today is Friday, or today is Saturday because it's the next day now. Today is Saturday. It's these parts, I have them optimized to a T. They'll run very well forever, and like they'll be done in a couple days of run time with me here watching, making sure that they work correctly. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Yeah, so like they'll be done quickly. Then it comes to making nozzles. So nozzles should be fairly fast. One of the things that I actually found out and learned was that I need a high-speed pressure or high-speed coolant powered spindle. So this spindle can go to like 80,000 RPM. I can technically get by based on the data sheets with just my spindle in there, but apparently it's much better for concentricity and just for clearing and better finish and faster and more better. So I actually have one of those on order. Nice. It was a solid chunk of cash. Like, yeah. So I ordered one of those. That's on the way for Monday. So these are just some of the things that we're getting. So essentially, the high-speed spindle for the nozzles with the low, small holes and everything will be in by the time that I'm ready to start in the nozzles. I won't have to change around any of my tooling. All of that will run exactly the way it is inside the machine. So like that's honestly the best news. Nozzles are pretty fast to make. I don't have to make as many of them as the blocks, and yeah. So then it's nozzles, and then I will switch out and run steel nozzles. So right now all the tooling in there is copper. Then we're going to switch it to steel. It's just a couple tools and a couple inserts. The tool paths stay the same. For the most part, there's feeds and some other things. You can't take as aggressive a step over or whatever, right? Functionally doesn't matter. So we run that, and then we're gonna run the titanium. So the thing is, while I'm running the nozzles and I'm running the titanium, the blocks are getting plated. So like this is why I was feeling confident before about the timeline, because I knew that all of my long leads were, you know, with external plating and external coating and all that kind of stuff, were going to be when I'm making the final parts. It's just that I lost time, calendar time in there, because I'm weak. So I'm going to be doing everything I can. I'm working this weekend. I'm working next weekend. I haven't since my last update. I have not taken a day off, and that's not meant to make you feel bad. That's not meant to glorify the amount of working that I do. I just don't know what else to be other than direct and honest with y'all, that I haven't had. I'm working hard, and I want you to know that when I fall short of my promises, I've done everything I can to do that, to fulfill. So, to all those who are desperately waiting, I am sorry. It'll be probably another week or two. They may be being assembled while we're in Formnext. I'm going to do my best to get them out. Like I feel confident. I got a good recipe, got a good machine. Machine's been working well. Every setup I take takes less time and less time. Like I took less than 10 parts to get a correct fitting part, which is pretty good. But, you know, before it would take me 50 to be like measure and adjust. Now I'm just banging out, one-shotting it. Not really, obviously. I just said 10, but so things are going well. I'm learning what it takes to be reliable for parts, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I got. So the order of operations, finish up the blocks maybe by, you know, as early as Tuesday of this week. Today is Saturday morning, whatever. And then I can, in that time while it's running, I can actually be programming the nozzles while it's running. So I can be doing it separately on my PC, make sure I get all that right, and then, you know, export it and bippity boppity boop, and then, you know, it's ready to go there. And then other nozzles, steel nozzles, tungsten carbide nozzles are on order. Should be end of month, I'm told. Those are going to be plated as well. So we're getting them plated with anti-stick, high temperature. You'll be able to still torch them, all that kind of stuff. So it should be really good. Nice and smooth, nice and slick. We will, that reminds me, so the inspection machine that I showed off, one of the things that took me a little bit longer than I expected, and like this is one of the things that actually surprised me, was it took me a little bit longer to get it installed and updated, because we supplied our own PC, just one of the old PCs I had around. Installed the software and got it set up. That took me longer than I expected, so like I lost a calendar day to that. But it is really cool. I'm not going to show you anything today because it's not plugged in, it's not powered up, because we currently have to share power for that plug. But the next video, which I hope to record while we're running parts on this one, we'll show you what it can do. It's really exciting. It is help proving out that our parts are quality. So right now we're making sure that the hole that goes through here is straight, it's on center. We're making sure that the dimensions are good. I mean, obviously we have physical media for that, so we can check with calipers or micrometers, but like we're making sure that the parts that do come out meet not only my standards but your standards. So I think they'll be gorgeous. I'm looking forward to it. So like that's another really cool thing. Yeah, so that's, I have so much more to share. We've been it's just been so busy here. But that is the update I have now. I'm sorry I don't update. I just told you why things weren't happening, because I'm just doing too much. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and hopefully I get you guys a better update, or a more thorough update in the future. I also have a be putting together a review for this machine, the XT32, because I've been using it for a while, done a bunch, quite a few setups on it already, programming it, all that kind of stuff. I have thoughts. I have thoughts, and most of them are good. I'm really happy with my purchase overall. Once it's running, it sings, but there's still work to be done. Yeah, that's what I got. So again, I am sorry. I'm working my ass off. I'm gonna try to do more updates to make you guys feel better about it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your patience. For those who are going to Formnext in Europe, I look forward to seeing you. Maybe we'll have some samples and some of our actual production units on the way. Oh, special tidbit for the end. So for those of you who may or may not have bought a Snapmaker U1, there may be a very similar hot end that will be available almost at the same time. So it turns out that they share a similar shape and size, which means that the work that I'm already doing, so I'm not adding any lead time for the backers. To be clear, I just want to hedge that off real quick, right? But the work that I'm doing is going to roll over into something that should be stronger, faster, better for the U1 people as well. And we have a U1 on the way, but there may be options available shortly after, if you catch my drift. So again, sorry for the disappointing news. It sucks. I don't like saying it. I'm gonna work to try to make it not that way, but unfortunately I have reached the limits of my body. So I will be next time I'll do someone else's best. Thank you. Bye-bye.